Everything.
Good morning.
Good morning, our viewers. We still have a nice weather in Alberta to Wednesday, and then the snow is
A
coming.
little bit more snow coming again. It just doesn't want to let go, but the plants are starting to turn green at the bases.
So
Spring's coming.
it's coming. We will be spring chicks.
Or something. Group 66, hi. Tina Lanou, Lanoue. Yep. I had turned that on. It's just that it finally connected to the video.
Laurie Sue, Greg Clement, Jody B,
Jana Sabatini, Joanne Hall,
Maggie Zell,
Judy Olette, Mary Negron, Dee Briggs, Lori
nice.
Sue, Craig and Clement. Thank you very, very much for joining us.
Triple cane, yeah? That's hot.
CH Pure Cane.
Okay.
Jenny W. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. We are ready to start. I'm ready to answer questions.
Group 66 has a question. Could you see how Poop Tin won? We all know he was cheating, but how did he do it?
Well, everything is under his control. But I bet you notice when there was lineup shown up, there were only young people on the lineup with small kids. So they had the day off for that reason, and the older people, they told him, get lost. So they were not there because he can't hurt them. He can't put everyone who is old in the prison. But young people, even when I was young, my mom was making sure that I'm going to vote. And he said, I don't want to. Yes, you have. You will be asking for passport one day, and you will not get passport. You better go and vote, and don't go into the cabin. Do this in front of them. And I was rebellion. My mom said, what? You can go this way, or you can cry when they will tell you you are not allowed to go to other country. And you want to be a translator and take, going with the tourists to other countries. That never happened. But she knew which button to push with me, and she said, you don't want to have problems. And if someone is in university, a student, they will be dismissed from the university. So those young people that you see around him, they are forced to be there. But the old ones who were visiting Navalny's graveyard, they were not there. There were so many old ladies and old people. Young people will have restrictions if they did that. There was not that many young people because they were afraid about you are living in the country that is regime. It has regime. And people were thinking about themselves, and is it worth it for me to risk? And that's a and I knew that I want to go to England, and I went to England. So there was choice, going this direction or going the regime direction. In Poland, it wasn't as bad. That's the reason we eventually had solidarity. But it was bad. So living under that regime, I thought, where are the older people? What did he do with them? And 97 or 87%, he said that they won. You can't do that if you are not counting old people. And they were not there.
Anyways, Mary Negron. Good morning, ladies. Once 45 passes, will he go to the next realm, or will he be sharing a room with Hitler?
When he passes?
Yeah.
So you mean if you will go?
When he passes, will he be going actually to the next
oh,
realm? Or will
when
he be sharing a
passes,
room with Hitler?
when he dies, okay.
When he dies.
I thought that he's passing something. Apparently, on some rally lately, he had that accident again.
Did he?
That's what they were saying. The specific noise when it's coming, then they
Run.
they think, okay. Oh, shit. So when he passes, where he goes? 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
To the hell. And in the hell, they have that big kettle, boiling kettle. And Trump is coming and he's saying, everyone is enjoying themselves. They are smoking cigarettes, the naked girls are running. So he said, I want to be here. And the devil is coming. The break is over. He whistled, the break is over. Go back to the kettle. Boil yourself. That's the joke that came to my mind. So, Queen of Excitement, surprise for him. And he will be still bossy. He will be still with some of those guys who are very bossy. Why the Queen of Work and Excitement?
When he crosses to the other side.
Yeah, I don't understand. But she has that.
Well, you go to the same. I mean, I expect him to be cocooned for a while because he's given his life review and he sees the damage that he's done.
If he can accept that.
Maybe he'll learn it then. Otherwise, he'll be with a whole bunch of others that haven't quite completely crossed over, perhaps. All I know is he may be very, very
Cheryl is not laughing, lol. For entertainment only.
Can we expect more indictments coming against Donald soon about his Russian connections? Especially with what showed up about Smirnov, that the money that he was paid $600,000 by a connection of his in Dubai to come up with that lie about Biden's.
And then he was working for Russians.
Mm-hmm.
And he was ordered by Trump to find something with Giuliani. Thank you so much, Group 66. It's so kind of you. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It's like the bridges up and down, so they are flapping, but they are not really letting any. It's broken bridge, so the ship can't go because the bridge is flapping up and down. No enough communication, not enough support. And someone asked me about Garland. He's too slow. Sorry.
He would have been better perhaps on the Supreme Court.
He will be, but
because he would have been a judge then, not a prosecutor.
But now he's too old to go there because he will be holding that position for a few years and then he will be probably too old to run that show. Well, they will be sleeping on it. Big boss has to tell them, and they have the power, so there is big possibility they will be working on it, but they can't sleep on it. And I said that Garland is like a turtle. Slow, slow, slow. Maybe he will reach the line.
I can't even imagine his workload.
Oh, he must have so much, but it's better when I know. When 20 years ago, 24 years ago, 3, when we opened the store, I could move the mountains. And now I'm lazy, slow. Lazy.
You're not lazy.
But slow. I'm not the same. And it's not that he doesn't want, it's different way that
he wants it to everything's perceived as being fair and equal
and perfect,
and not partisan.
But I thought about my grandfather. Mm-hmm. I love him so much. And I was always Oh, he lived 93 years, and he survived 2 wars, First War, Second War, and Auschwitz. And he was laughing that the Auschwitz diet helped him to survive the rest of his life because he lost so much weight. He had a sense of humor, and God bless him. But when he reached 75, he moved with my uncle. When he was 66, he was hitting on my grandma Christina, my father's mom, because he was my mother's father. And I thought that time, what are you seeing in grandma? And he said, she is so beautiful. They were the same age. And she's so smart, and I can talk with her forever. I will marry her today, but I'm married. And so, and she was a widow second time. And I was looking at her and him as an old people. So the younger generation has that problem, thinking that they are old, and it's very hard to break that rule. Even, how old was your mom when she passed?
86 and a half.
Yeah, and how many years was she sick?
She had 3 major strokes by the time she was 52 and given 5 years to live. And she kept on living.
Yeah, but she was probably she was not as strong as before.
No, she was in a wheelchair. That affected her mobility, but her mind never ever faltered right to the end.
And my grandfather's mind, he was telling jokes till he was dying probably, because he was always having a whole bunch of jokes. Whole evening he was making us laugh.
Yeah, it's very individual.
Yeah.
BB's moving ahead with an assault on RAFAH, however you pronounce that, despite international criticism. Will this be the final push before he gets removed from office?
He told the whole hospital to remove people.
Patients?
Yeah, in the center of Gaza. So he is...
Because of the opposition internationally as well, will this be the final push that they change the government? Because that's what the U.S. had wanted to do too.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Now you can put lid on him. He will be jumping here. He will be jumping there. It's like the thing that was in old thermometers, the mercury.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't put the head. I tried. Believe me, I was so stupid until my mom caught me that I broke that thermometer and I was playing
with the mercury.
Yeah, and that's so poisoning and dangerous. And he will be like that. You can't put it will spread into places. That was experience, but a stupid experience. Or she asked me to hold my hands in the warm, soaky water. If someone will do that, put it, because you need to dissolve that. Soapy water. So what he will do, he needs a doctor help. He will cause more drama. More people will be dying and more distraction. And 1 second, this one. Yeah, he will be cheating because he wants still to go to the top. So we can't really tell him what to do. As long as he has the power, he's not going to give up.
I was hoping that this would be the year that there would be no more BB, no more Putin. They'd all be out of office, and Donald wouldn't get into office.
Maybe we should send him his Cheney's father, Dick Cheney with BB gun. At least she's laughing.
Judy B403 is asking, do you think Trump is scared that he may not win because Russia has threatened him if he doesn't win?
Ah. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
They are telling him what to say, and that the bathtub full of blood is their advice. scare people that if they don't do that, there will be a. Well, I was saying this, he wants a civil war, but that's what he wants. He is saying, well, if I don't win, you will have
A bloodbath.
Bloodbath. A lot of casualties again. The whole world is watching. Yes, he is in collaboration with Putin. So, and if you will, God forbid, win, then
Well, you said that there was going to be a tornado and it's going to go to the judges, but the judges shouldn't be deciding on who's going to be president. It's the
but
people.
they did that with
Yeah, they did that once before.
They stepped in. And they were dishonest once, so they can do the same.
It's the same as their electoral college. I mean, the people should all be deciding this if it's a democracy.
Yeah.
MD 588 is saying evil and fear seems to dominate the news in our world on a daily basis. Evil.
Oh yes.
What can we do as individuals and or collectively to weaken its hold?
I see holding hands all over the world, people of good faith, creating some energy and being united for the goodness. And the same was with solidarity. People went to the streets.
You can do any cards on that?
Oh yeah, 3 cards, thank you.
1, 2, 3.
Angel of Justice, what we put, we receive. So we have to be in opposition. They have to know, closing that paragraph and opening a better one and choosing the honest people, even if they are old, like Hiropat is an old. I'm always joking in the private reading that he's not good in the bad, but good to communicate, good values and good good guy that wants the best. So it looks like they should choose the good guys, not be influenced by the
fear and put downs and all the rest of the stuff that Trump and his followers seem to do, even Putin and everybody else, who they're controlling mechanisms, threats. Fear, most of the fear that is ever put out there never ever actually happens. It's all to work in your mind, the fear of it happening. And that's very, very powerful. But like in Biden's State of the Union, at the end when he had it all about hope.
He is a hero,
he's the president for all Americans, where Trump is only for the MAGA group or whoever. It's not even Republicans anymore. It's a whole different party. Philip Curley is asking, what did Trump mean when he stated there will be a bloodbath if he is elected or not? Will he face consequences now for that statement? He's already priming him up.
It's like watching a circus. He will be walking on those high sticks, that they are high. How you call those?
Stilts.
Stilts. And he's walking and making fun of everyone and feeling that he is dominating. Even his legs are just fake wooden sticks. And he thinks he's above everyone.
So will he face consequences for those statements by putting it out early?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Not for this one, I don't think so. Wow, maybe they will backstab him to tell him to be more, because he is not with people, he is outsider. They will give him some notes that he can't do this. And he said that his people were telling, sir, you can't say this, you can't say that. And he will be doing whatever he feels because he is taking everything so completely differently than anyone else.
D. Briggs is asking, will France send troops to Ukraine?
Not yet. Because what Putin said today or yesterday, that will be third war.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. That's all he's got to hold on is the fear and the threats.
That's what it is. And for security and other symbol of parenting and so on, he will be helping, but part-time, not full-time. So France and other countries will be helping, but they want to have the security of their own families and people.
No, I was watching a program this past week, and the gentleman, he's a political person, he used to be in government, but he was saying that whoever starts the Third World War, whoever starts a nuclear, that country will be annihilated.
And it
because
will be
everybody will come and their country will be gone. And so it's a good warning. But that's all they have. So every time we're encountering fear, just think about it. If it makes you fearful, what they're saying and everything like that, fear is what controls us, that we have control over. We don't have to be fearful.
Yes, but I remember my son Leszek was once telling me people will pay extreme amount of money if they are afraid of something. So they will pay insurance companies because they are afraid. Fear is such a big...
Well, it's huge
controller of people. And that's what it is. They will control us just because they know that fear is such a amazing thing.
Yeah, it's the way to control. So if you start to feel that, don't let it control you. And it's hard if it's something that personally impacts you, but change out to what you hope to happen. And again, what you see is happening as a final result. And then you're attracting a different energy and a different vibration to you. Because it takes, I think it was Abraham Hicks who said that, 16 seconds or whatever of the same thought and it multiplies. So if you have one thought of fear, another one comes in and pretty soon you get just really trapped by all this fear. You have to get out of that cycle. So even if you do something else that you like to do or don't do, go for a walk, phone a friend, do something to change the cycle. But we don't have to live in fear.
Change the side of the when you are asleep, trying to fall asleep.
Yeah, but we can. That's within our realm. And
we
even
can
people who are being
our thoughts, but it's very hard.
It's hard. But even people who are being abused, they still have control of their thoughts. They're trying to be programmed, but there's that basic thing. It's still theirs.
And we can even laugh at the things that was hurting us and put this in a perspective, telling ourselves, okay, I had a really hard growing up, but it's not me. It's not my fault. And I can choose whatever I want, whoever I want to be.
I look at things as experiences, because that's all they are as an experience, and we decide how we're going to take them. But I found that some of the experiences that I've had have benefited me later on. I never knew why I had to go through that. But later on, it comes out where it helps me and maybe helps somebody else as well.
And I said, I would be a wimp if I would be living with my both parents as perfectly as it was for me when I was a kid, age 12. And, from age 13, it was hell on wheels. But it made me stronger.
Yeah.
I learned to stand up for myself. I learned to stand up for my mother.
And but you wouldn't be who you are.
I wouldn't be. And I knew what is good, what is bad. Before, I only knew the good side of life. And I was overprotected.
Love Wins Movement. Nice name. Will the dreaded orange debate Joe Biden on television, or will he make up excuses to avoid a moderated intellectual conversation? Before you had thought there were going to be 3 on a debate.
That's what I thought.
So will there actually be a debate that it will happen? It'll be closer to the election, mind you. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Looks like he's losing his marbles and looking for them on the ground. So he might be more cuckoo than he is now.
Maybe he has to take more Adderall.
I was saying that he is getting more crazy and crazier. And it will be, I see him kind of, the pose is standing and he's looking, and I thought, what are you looking for? Marbles. So he will lose his marbles. First, that now he's going under so much stress. Next Monday, if he don't have those money to give Letitia Giants, he is going to go crazy. It's like, everyone, see, I'm drowning and no one is giving me money. But it's too much for people to give it to him. Elon Musk is so unpredictable that way. He talked with him. I should say melon with the mask.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not helping him, and that's a lot of money. Good harvest for him, but it will be a battle. Well, he still thinks that he will be a leader. People will still believe in him. So even without marbles, he will be trying to impress his people.
Well, when the bond was ready for E. Jean Carroll, he had the money secured by Chubb, but the lawyers came out and said that he doesn't have the money until the end, right till the end of the day. So is this just a ploy to get more money donations? Are they extending it out that he's using it to grift?
The way that the contract was written, that it doesn't look that Eugene Carroll will get the money that fast.
Well, it said that it's payable to her if he loses, it's immediately payable, and then it's up to Chubb to get the money from Trump. But there were a whole bunch of people who have, I guess, Chubb is an insurance company, is it?
It is.
And a lot of the people who use Chubb for their insurance,
they said that we don't want to support you.
We don't want to pick up this cost for him.
Yeah,
if he can't pay.
And I don't want to be your customer. There is so many other companies we can go to.
Well, it said they have 3 countries. Russia has three offices or something of Chubb, but maybe they won't come up with that money. But I mean, he doesn't completely own his buildings. They're mortgaged, and he only has mortgage on a portion of them.
That's what they will prove, that he
doesn't have that money.
I said billionaire without penny. That's what I said a while ago, and we will see if I was correct.
Well, it had here, there was a comment about Bezos. Oh, here, Robert Reich, REICH, his podcast. Jeff Bezos made over $7.9 million an hour last year. In just 13 minutes, he made the equivalent of what a typical person earns in a lifetime. Don't tell me that the rich can't afford a wealth tax. So Trump, if he had all that money, he'd be making money every hour.
But he's enemy with, at least with him.
With Bezos, yeah.
With Bezos.
But Trump doesn't have that money.
No, he has just good huge imagination. He does.
Midas Touch had Donald calls for the arrest and imprisonment of the members of the January 6th committee on X and other social media sites. And he's been doing it for years.
He's training one of those people he wants to attack.
Yeah. He claims that the committee destroyed all evidence, exhibits, and videos from the hearings. So now how do the Republicans, not the trumpets or Trumpsters or whatever you want to call them, how do Republicans and independents react to this kind of violent authoritarian rhetoric ahead of the 2024 election? Does that bother them at all?
They will be backing off. And it's not only about Liz Cheney and that what statement that he is saying. I think they are afraid that the money that they were supposed to get from the
Republican National Committee that Laura Trump's going to give all to Trump.
She put the lid on that,
yeah.
And all the money are going in the direction to Trump. They will be very upset. they will be against him, and the money can control them, and they will be so against him eventually. Too late, guys. You should have wake up a long time ago.
Well, it's going to take a while for the Republicans to reestablish themselves as Republicans, as conservatives, rather than under Trump, because there's a lot of people in government that are believing in Trump. I mean, just look
But
at
if they are not going for re-election, if they are not getting the money for re-election, that will be a hard thing to swallow.
Now, Comer and Jordan ran with the story from...
1 second. Song Wolf 108. So the billionaire diaper Don is broke. Maybe he needs to
grovel to his offshore buddies to help.
Uh-huh.
He does grovel all the time.
Yeah.
So Smirnov, again being a Russian informant and being paid, the
He's
FBI...
the one who accused the
Biden crime family. Yeah, right.
And he was the crime.
Yeah, and he was paid by Donald's connections
with Putin
in Dubai. But even still, Comer and Jordan ran with the story because they wanted to appease Trump, to take focus away from the true crime family, which is the Trump family, and trying to go for impeachment of Biden
instead of,
because Trump was impeached twice. He wants Biden to be impeached.
Mm-hmm.
But now they are still saying that they're going to go ahead with the gun where Hunter Biden had bought the gun when he was under the influence of drugs. And they're trying to go after him, and the case is set up for June. Will that carry forward, or will they just let it die? They're hanging on like crazy, following everything Trump and his retaliation. One, two, three.
They will put him in a corner, so there will be something going on. He will have to go and defend himself. By the end of the year, I think Biden should give him immunity. His heart will be broken. And that's symbol of cheating as well, cards. Eventually he will be safe, but he will have to make some decisions, so there will be some punishment.
He must really feel bad about dragging his dad through all that. Yeah. He still has asked, will Trump be able to post the bond, the $500,000 in the New York case?
$500 million.
$500 million, yeah. Will he come up with that money finally?
I will kiss you to all your feet. So he will be asking people to help him in Saudi Arabia, but those money should not be allowed to give to the president candidates, because that's not legal money.
Yeah. He can be bought. 1, 2, 3.
Web of Lies. There was some movie like that. Web of Lies.
Probably.
I just see a web, jumping into a web. So the web is symbol of being caught, being paralyzed some ways, being vulnerable. Yes, they will backstab him. Watching from a distance, some they might not give him, they might give to Melania, because she's not running.
So it'll funnel into the family in another way.
Yeah.
Will they be keeping track of Melania's money, where the sources come from?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
She will give him a snap on his hand.
She's not going to share it?
She might not do it for him. And Judge Bragg from New York, he asked Melania, subpoena Melania's all emails. So she will be under scrutiny as much as him. And she don't want to be involved. She will sleep on it. She wants him to be the leader that promised everything, but she will keep that decision untouched for her, so she will not think that she wants to participate with him.
Mary Negron is asking,
Unless it will go to her account and divorce him right away.
it's so sad 45 has so many followers. Can you check if some or all of his followers were in a past life? Are there a lot of past life connections?
I did.
You did that one?
Well, I said that the ones close to him were
the ones,
him.
Yeah, we know about the ones close to him.
Yeah, and if he was Genghis Khan, and I said that he was in the previous life, he had army of people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they like him to be. And this time he is so bad way popular as Genghis Khan was bad way popular in his time.
What will be NATO's relationship with the U.S. in 2025?
What U.S.?
What will be NATO's relationship with the USA in 2025?
They will push Trump on the side, so he will be like president or prime minister from Montenegro, that little country that he pushed him on the side. So they will be making sure that he doesn't have anything to say. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It will be, the visibility will be hard to go through on the car. So they wouldn't know where they are going. They will have to protect themselves. They will make good jobs. And the Queen of Love, they need a healer. They need to heal themselves and make better tractats to write the better scripts for the future. How you say that? Better rules.
Okay.
For the future.
With Irene is saying, I wish I had more hope for the world. Not much faith left. Please do have faith. That's what's going to keep it going.
Yeah.
Believe in something that's not even here yet and is here actually, because the world is uniting. We are getting news just like nothing, and people are supporting and having rallies, and
people will see that he's a cuckoo, and he's flying over a cuckoo nest that he wants to be in USA, and that they should get rid of him.
Yeah.
This one is Violetta B. Ellie.
Yvette B. Well, yes, correct, but it matters who is trying to pull together money and people to buy it. That's
Munchkin. He wants to buy Twitter.
Yeah.
Not Twitter. TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah. Now there was a little bit of commentary last week on the news saying that one of the fears of TikTok is that the Chinese, having all the information, are going to flood the TikTok
with some
voter interference, fake news.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way that Trump has said that everything that's him stuttering, not stuttering, forgetting words and all the rest of that stuff, that's all artificial intelligence. He never did that, even though they have the video of him right there doing it.
Oh, yeah. He will be now using the AI in his benefits.
So Martha says she's rephrasing the question, what will be the relationship like between the U.S. and NATO in June of 2025?
They will be holding hands, but the axe will be hanging above them. So it will be like you don't want to have argument with someone. You feel like you want to blow up, argument, but you are calming yourself to the point that you think, okay, it's not worth it. I'm not going to do the big damage, but you feel like the axe is hanging in the air. So there will be hard to, the trust will be broken, and both sides will understand each other's point of view. They wouldn't be blaming that side because they will know that there is a reason that the other side is acting this way or that way. So they will be making good choices. The angel of justice, what they will put, they will receive. And the world is watching. So they have to, they will be trying to be as polite as they can be, not causing too much drama, too much, because eventually they will smooth it out, everything.
Peg Dallas is commenting to Irene, I don't have much faith either, but I'm sending you a little bit of mine. Let's hang on together.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful community.
We have the best. We have the best people, and I feel so blessed when I'm reading your comments. It's so uplifting, actually. It is.
Yvette is asking who will eventually buy TikTok.
Oh boy, 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I think it will be from Saudi Arabia, money. And Manuchkin, he got the money from Saudi before, 1 billion. Someone from outside, not from the country. Everyone will be looking upside down, not seeing what is real thing and sleeping on it. So they will let this to go without checking where the money is coming from. And for younger generation, like Tracy, she told me, I'm not going to register you on TikTok because you will be going crazy, Mom. And okay, no. I will take different one because they are annoying me that they are crooked. Yes. So they will be letting the young people, they are addicted to TikTok. And I can't pee. I just watch a little bit. My husband loves all the videos that are about jokes, crazy jokes. He has to watch them and other programs as well. America Got Talent, for example. But he is crazy about watching those funny movies, and that's what it is on the. And I love the animals to see how cute they are. But it's a mostly younger generation. They don't want to have any stress, and that's stress release.
Craig Dixon makes the comment. So when was Trump married to Lindsey Graham?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and Delphi Ross says, Craig Dixon, bad boy.
3 cards.
2, 3.
No, Lindsey Graham is going after him. I promise I will be the best kisser. Maybe it's not married yet. Just fun. He is making the same choices that Trump wants him to make. And he still wants to be a leader in the Senate, so he feels that way he can survive. It will be funny if they will be not having money.
Lori Sue, Craig, and Clement. Amongst several other things, Trump's existence demonstrates how and why humankind can evolve at a glacial pace, very, very slow. And Love Wins Movement says, surround yourself with hopeful people. That's how I protect my mental health and attitude. And that's very true.
Tell yourself, I've been in a worse situation and I survived.
Yeah, we are survivors. Elma Cano, C-A-N-O, will Trump be healthy enough to make it to the November election?
Will Trump make?
Will he be healthy enough to make it to the November election?
Three cards.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. I have to translate the Polish saying, and it is his own klapki. It's like a little draws are not connected on the brain. So he will be missing here and there some important, he will have a problem with illness, mental illness, and it will be
Very evident.
Progressing faster because he's under so much stress, and sometimes it's going for so very slow motion. But now when he will be losing his money, his properties, he will feel vulnerable. He is not himself pretending, oh, I'm the most richest guy. They will have to make some decision. They will be observing him from a distance. And this one. Yeah, the doctors eventually will have to take something to say. Because the diapers didn't make any damage to him. Someone asked how they will know if this is a real Trump or fake one.
Mm-hmm. How would you know?
After the smell.
Whether there is one?
The real one will be smelly. It's
Group 66 is asking, I just heard in the news that more fake photos from the British Royal Houses have been discovered. Can you see anything about this?
Three cards.
One.
I didn't see those
2.
photos. So
3.
and I talk with you that our version is probably the correct version when I said that I see her with the back.
Mm-hmm. That she had an ostomy.
And
then it'll be reconnected.
And it will be, and it takes that long.
It's devastating.
And it is unpleasant for her to feel, even she shouldn't, because we know Michelle, who is advertising for that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's slim and you can't hardly see it. But Princess Catherine is more conscious about her perfection.
And she can still have hers. They're looking at a second operation, maybe to reconnect it, if that's what it is.
Yeah, and that's usually
that's a very emotional,
not always
emotional thing to go through.
Not always realistic.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be her feeling under. And I said I see her being very depressed, and when they are attacking her, it's more depressing. Her marriage is not perfect because even in Harry's book, he said that he was upset with his brother that he was cheating on Catherine. So that's there is problem, and who knows if it's the same problem that his mother was facing. They married because they wanted to be married. She was not royal blood. He wanted her to be married. But how many marriages are divorced? Half of marriages is divorce, sometimes in first 5 years. But she's looking forward. She is the winner, and she wants to stand up for herself. We should leave her in a privacy. I don't think there is anything that...
She'll tell when she's ready to tell.
Yes. And she doesn't want to be that much on the spotlight.
Now, the last question, and I do take screenshots of the rest of the questions. Rick and Sandy Wilhoit are asking, do your angels have suggestions for families to find peace with struggles and how to cope with stress?
Every family has stress.
part of
And
life.
that's part
But we
of,
have to have some sort of stress in order to keep us going.
yeah.
But that's
But
a
we
motivational
have,
stress.
and we have to sometimes tell ourselves a lie that everything will be okay.
But it usually does turn out.
And we have to pray, and I'm praying for best outcome, no matter what. So I think, and some days you feel, oh great, it's so good that the news are better, and then another day is so bad. But you have to give yourself a hope.
Mhm.
Don't life without hope is worthless. So this will be the I will check what the cards are saying. It's not an easy question.
2, 3.
And I'm not a philosopher, not yet. You have to struggle. Sometimes you have to spit what is on your tongue. You have to say it to correct. You have to forgive people that they are cheaters. And oops, yeah, you feel vulnerable, you feel backstabbed, you feel abandoned. That's part of life. You know, no life is perfect, and you have to be prepared that you will have to face a lot of bad moments in your life.
But it's how you go through it. I mean, you can be angry, but go through the stages and try to come out the other side. But if you remain in that state for your entire life, you end up being angry the entire life.
Yeah.
But I always found that, like, I'm kind of crazy anyways. But, you know, if I've had really like a bad 5 years or something like that, I think, oh, I'm going to live to 100. That's what I'm aiming for, 100 or more. That's only 5% of my life or 2% of my life. That's nothing.
And I think, okay, it's not my life. I'm part of someone else's life. We are connected, but because that's in the family, you are connected with people in your family, but it's not your life. You don't have any reason to control someone's life. You have to accept the fact that people are making their own decisions, good, bad, but the decision, or sometimes the illness, well, you are looking because it's crooked, yes?
No, I wasn't even thinking about that.
I don't know.
You're looking at that, not me.
Oh, okay, now it's crooked on my ears. It is we have to accept that people are not perfect. We love them, but they are not perfect.
And neither are we. Oh, sorry. Now, this is just for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
Now, we have some prayers.
My husband yesterday, when I was writing the prayers, and I said, I have a lot of prayers. And he said, people think that you will be saying. I said, well, that was saying of my friend in school. We were coming from school, and Waldek was always walking with me because we had to go about 2.5 kilometers one way. And I always stop at the church, and I reminded him that story. I said, we stopped at the church. He was standing outside and smoking because I didn't go with the boy who is smoking, even from school. And he was standing outside of the church, and I was going to inside and praying, and there was a place for praying, and under there was a little drawer, open drawer, shelf, and there was prayers. So people were asking to rewrite the prayers for loved ones. Mm-hmm. Sometimes 5 times, sometimes 10 times. And I was rewriting prayers for that person, bringing them back to the special place to drop them that I did my homework. Instead of studying, I was doing this, and my friend Waldek was saying, oh, you're going to be saint one day. Maybe not, but at least you feel that you are helping some invisible way to people. And I was just a teenager. I was not rebellion teenager. Oh gosh, I was so boring. 10 o'clock, well, 8 o'clock I was at home, but as an adult, mature woman. I was never after 10 o'clock. The party I will leave. Some parties I will have to stay till midnight, but usually I was not. Okay.
You going to one? So prayers?
Yes.
You're going to go.
For peace, for Ukraine, prayers who are working under difficult bosses and even nasty co-worker. Peace on earth. Kilbach, 524. Kelly-Bach, sorry. 5-40 is asking for your prayers for her 25 years old niece Amber. We asked about her a few times and we still want her to survive. She had heart operation and lupus, and lupus is making problems for her to be accepted. So we have to, so that she will be at least able to get out of the bed and enjoy herself and be pain-free. Alexandra Day, please prayers for Rosemary.
Is it Rosemary?
Rosemary Morse, Morezes, and who lives in Los Angeles. She has stomach cancer and is in pain. Has a feeding tube. Sorry. Also, you have the same ones. I verses 909. Let's do most beneficial prayers outcome in 2024 U.S. election. May only truth, justice, and democracy prevail to any and all beings on the high vibration of love and light. Don't complain to war prayers. Oh, that's the don't complain to wars. That's the person who is writing the comment. Prayers to all who are suffering from mental issues, physical problem, addiction, loneliness, and hunger. May God stretch its arm around the world, healing and comforting everyone. What a nice prayer. All of the prayers are beautiful. Sherry Halik, 4252. Can you pray for my cousin, Sandy? She lives in Pennsylvania and was diagnosed yesterday with liver and colon cancer and was told that it spread throughout her body. Thank you, Janet and Tom, for any continuing gift of generosity. They sure have huge heart, the size of Texas.
And Bodio has asked for prayers for Gina. Lori Sue Reagan Clammett has just asked for prayers for her dog, who's having a tough time.
To everyone who needs a prayer, and to all of you who are sitting and watching this program, we want to share with you the best energy that exists on the world, that we can be united and fulfilled with blessings.
And keep your vibration high.
Yes. Thank you.
Smile at somebody.
Thank you. Forget.
Oh, yeah, the draw.
It
almost left. So don't leave now.
This time, at least not Cheryl. It's me who remembers. Usually Cheryl is the one.
I said it at the beginning, but I forgot now.
Yeah, I know.
So this is for anybody who has commented on Saturday's video. And that's where your name is entered.
Your nature.
And I turn off.
I know. It's when we go into a new one.
The same was with you, and I was laughing. Okay, so we have 300 comments.
So that's a very good chance that you will win a complimentary half-hour reading donated by Janet and Tom Burke.
Okay.
And she goes
this
back
is
and forth.
art, so I'm not going, but you have to believe that it's my group of people.
So it's your Saturday's video.
From Saturday video, yes. I'm always, even if I don't say it, unless I will say it's not any more than for every video next a few months, I will have the readings, because I still have 20 readings. So for next 20 weeks. Okay.
It takes a long time to go through them.
Oh yeah. Now I'm going backwards.
Stop.
Christina Creeley.
Oh, Christy Crilly.
What do you see for Garland's?
Accountability, his slowness and lack of action.
And Orange Man is and the health of democracy. Thank you.
Now, Christine, did you have another reading did she have a reading before?
I think so, yes. I don't know. I can't, because it could be that she was on my regular.
Yeah.
So I'm pinning you.
So congratulations, Christine. Get in touch with Violetta as soon as possible at psychicvioletta@outlook.com with your contact information. And she tries to get these readings done as quick as possible.
And the contact as soon as possible. So because after a while that they want to remove timestamps from Brooke. Mm-hmm. And then Brooke she's so nice, and thank you, Brooke. And she will be posting again over, but it's a lot of work, and I'm so lucky that she's doing this. We all are so lucky.
So Christine, it looks like you perhaps need it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Enjoy your day.